these are specifically for new mums that are either time poor or so tired and so kind of overwhelmed with everything that's going on that your beauty routine is going to be the last thing that you're thinking of. But if you just take a little bit of time for yourself, first of all, it's going to relax you and it's going to make you feel a bit more human again. A lot of my friends that especially I had one single mum friend, I think she said that it took her 9 months to start feeling human again.
Oh, bless.
It was, so I think it's a little bit of self-pampering, but it's also so that, you know, you don't go out the house with like a tiny bit of baby vomit on the shoulder and hair sticking up, and so it's a couple of really, really simple steps. And you don't need to do all of these. You can just like pick and mix. But my first tip is my favorite tip so far of like any tip that I have ever done, and I can't take credit for it, unfortunately. This I read in a magazine quite recently, and it was a tip by celebrity makeup artist Lisa Eldridge, who is, I think, right now in Cannes doing Nicole Kidman's makeup. But I've followed her on YouTube and on TV forever, and this tip, as soon as I read it, I went home and made these ice cubes. So
it better be good, all this build up to it.
It's good. So, tiredness. Mums are, in general, forever tired, and your eyes will be the first thing to show it. So this is green tea ice cubes.
Oh,
I know. It's like, I actually started thinking that I could make a drink out of it. But make strong green tea, let it cool off, obviously. It's about like, you could leave the tea bag the whole time it cooled off. Fill an ice cube tray, and just before you're about to go out, or if you just need a little time for yourself, don't put it just on the skin straight away. Wrap it in a little bit of a muslin cloth and just kind of massage the eye area. So it's really going to bring down any puffiness. It's going to wake up your eyes. You're going to feel refreshed, and it's also kind of, it doesn't really get rid of dark circles, but when your eyes look perky and awake, it's like, it works wonders. I did it after a crazy trip to Paris, and it did bring down all of the puffiness. And there's something in the green tea that really, I guess it's the antioxidants that really, really works. Now, for skincare, multitasking products. One of my favorite things in the world. I only recently discovered this. I was using Bioderma's Crealine, and it's quite expensive, but Garnier micellar cleansing waters are everywhere. Garnier has an amazing one, and I think this small size is less than £2 in Boots. And so they are a makeup remover, a toner, a face wash, pretty much everything in one. And micellar waters don't irritate. So for example, I can't use eye makeup remover. I've got really sensitive eyes. This stuff never ever irritates. So it is, it's always the clear liquids, and it was Bioderma that started the craze for these, but Garnier has an incredible one. Yeah, it's like, and because you go through cleanser so fast. And so you don't need to tone, you don't need to do anything. Another multitasking product is, I feel like I've probably shown this in the show.
But it's okay, we have new viewers.
But because I think it just shows that I am such a lover of this product, is Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer. And this is your moisturizer. You can also use it just under the eyes. So ideally you would use a separate eye cream, but if you don't want, like, if you don't have time, extra step, don't worry about it. And then this is a makeup primer. So it does everything. Makeup, foundation goes beautifully on top of this. Now, I know that most moms aren't necessarily going to use foundation, and I am so sorry, I forgot to bring my new favorite product as well. I've got a BB cream that I'm absolutely in love with. It's also by Garnier, and because BB cream has your sun protection factor, and sun protection is really important for new mums because especially when you're pregnant, your hormones change, and a lot of people get like, it's called a pregnancy mask. It's a little bit of melasma under the eyes. So it's very important when you're pregnant, but it's really important to keep using sunscreens even afterwards, because your hormones keep changing, you're breastfeeding, all of that. So sunscreen is super important. And then it hides blotchy skin if you've had 2 hours of sleep. And most BB creams, the Garnier one especially, you don't really need a powder on top, so you can just slap it on. Now, having your brows done professionally. Okay, so it seems like a luxury thing, but if you have your brows kind of like threaded or waxed, whatever your preference is, and tinted, it saves a lot of time. And brows really kind of wake you up. It opens up your face, it frames your face, and when there's a little bit of color and a nice shape, yes, it is a little bit of an indulgence, but if you can break away, then like from your baby for just that time, and take the baby to a lot of these places, it's great because you immediately have framed your face.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bother with eyeshadow, I wouldn't bother with eyeliner. I think it's like, that's just extra steps. Mascara I would bother with, and for mums, my absolute favorite is the Clinique Lash Power. Now there's two reasons for this. This doesn't smudge, no matter what happens, it doesn't smudge, but you don't need a hardcore cleanser to take it off. It's not waterproof, it's temperature proof. And the second reason is, I don't know if you can see, but this has a little dial, so you can dial it down and you can dial it up, so you get more or less volume. So if it's just like a quick swipe to rush to the shops, you just put it kind of on the tightest setting, and you get way less product in. And then if you put it on the voluminous setting, then you get a little bit extra drama. Personally, I use the volume setting for top lashes and the less volume for bottom lashes. Clever. And this stays put like nobody's business. This is probably, most makeup artists have this product. This has been a cult product for, I don't know, 15 years, I think. This is Stila's convertible color. My favorite color is peony because it suits everybody. And this is a lipstick and a blush in one. And it's a cream blush, so you don't need to faff around. Notice there isn't a single brush, a makeup brush involved in this little routine. So you don't have to faff around. All you do when you're doing cream blush, we did a segment on this, but in case you didn't see it, is you put a little bit of blush with your middle finger, and then you use the two fingers around it, your index finger and your ring finger, to blend it out. And you're ready to go. Blush makes a massive difference, because if you've missed a lot of sleep, people tend to go paler than they actually are. So blush really makes you look fresh and alive, I would say. Last but not least is lipstick. A lot of people won't, like, I'm one of those people that when I put on lipstick, I don't retouch at all. And traditionally, long-lasting lipsticks have been quite drying. So you put them on and then, and your lips feel annoying. Now, Bourjois, you can get Bourjois from Boots, Superdrug, wherever. They have a new product out called, I'm just going, like, I think that is the name of the product, Rouge Lac. And this is essentially kind of like a lip gloss. So you put it on like a lip gloss, but it does two things. It is incredibly long lasting, but it stains the lips. So even if it starts wearing out, there's like a really nice stain. So if you don't remember to touch up your lips, it's fine, because once it kind of starts to like, well, actually hasn't had time to set really well, but if I was to rub that off, it's not exactly the same color, but there's just something like, there. There's something there. So even if you run around the whole day and never touch up, it's perfectly fine.